You might like him, you might watch his content, but how can you say that he's a better boxer than Jake Paul? Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome to another video. And today, so before I get started on the topic of conversation for today, I just want to let you guys know that I've watched Sidemen, I've watched a lot of KSI, I've watched Jake Paul, I've watched both of them pretty much equally. I'm pretty sure I've spent more time watching the Sidemen than I have watching Jake Paul's old videos and all of that. But this whole topic of conversation is without any bias. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna give you my views on how I feel on the boxing side of the entire Jake Paul versus KSI bit, not on the YouTube side, not on the arrogance side, not on the ego side, just on the boxing part of it. So a lot of comments on a lot of Jake Paul's videos, on a lot of his boxing videos, a lot of things that I've seen on the internet is so against Jake Paul. All of them are like, Jake Paul doesn't fight real boxers, he fights ex-MMA stars, he fights YouTubers. He did fight Tommy Fury and he lost, which was not even like a big loss, it was a split decision loss. A lot of people keep saying he's not a real boxer, he's not a real athlete, and I honestly don't know what to tell you guys, because for you to be saying Jake Paul's not a real boxer is really stupid. Like, at this point, he's fought an actual boxer, he's fought ex-MMA stars, but they were MMA stars at one point of time. He's fought better and more people than KSI has. KSI has fought Pineda, KSI has fought YouTubers who are literally not boxers, not even ex-MMA stars. So for the people who are saying Jake Paul's fought only ex-MMA stars, you know, KSI is a better boxer, what are you guys on? Like, no joke, like, how do you all not see that Jake Paul is a way better boxer than KSI? I don't even have words for KSI fans, because all they see is KSI. All they see and all they think is KSI. That's it. They're honestly limited to KSI. Like, if you see a comment, you can tell that it's a KSI fan commenting. No joke, KSI's videos are great. His Reddit videos, I literally watch KSI. I follow his second channel, the one which he has 16 million subscribers in. I watch his stuff. I like KSI. But there is obviously a difference between being delusional and being a fan. You might like him, you might watch his content, but how can you say that he's a better boxer than Jake Paul? Honestly, I'm talking from what I've seen. I want to see Jake Paul fight KSI, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys want to see Jake Paul fight KSI. I want you to comment down below who you think is going to win. I'm not saying 100% that Jake Paul is going to beat KSI, but at this point of time, he actually might, because he's fought better people than KSI has. So to say KSI is a better boxer at this point of time is completely just not okay. A lot of people were very happy when Tommy Fury beat Jake Paul, and they said finally Jake Paul's arrogance has been broken, finally his ego has been broken. Facts, he does have a lot of ego, but he has a lot of ego because he's making that kind of money on every fight. He's fighting people who have actually been a big deal in the MMA industry, in the boxing industry. You're gonna have an ego if you do that much. KSI had 2 fights in one night, and I don't even know who he fought, but he won both of those fights, and his ego boosted like to the top. So for Jake Paul not to have an ego after fighting a real boxer, after fighting ex-MMA stars and beating all the ex-MMA stars, how is he not meant to have an ego? I think the only good person KSI fought was Logan Paul, and Logan Paul didn't throw any punches. So that wasn't really a match. It wasn't really worth calling a boxing match. And yes, I know a lot of you guys are going to be commenting down below that Tommy Fury beat Jake Paul. I get it, he beat Jake Paul, but it was a split decision. He couldn't even knock Jake Paul out. Tommy Fury has been in the boxing industry for the last, I don't even know how many years, and Jake Paul's been there for like 3-4 years. He's been there for a way lesser time than Tommy Fury has. So if you're talking as a boxer, if somebody has been in the boxing industry for way longer than somebody else, you're gonna assume that somebody else is gonna beat the person who's just joined the boxing industry. And yes, Tommy Fury did beat Jake Paul, but it was a split decision. It wasn't even a knockout, and he even got knocked down in the fight. I'm not saying that makes Jake Paul better than Tommy Fury, but I'm just saying that does at least make him better than KSI. KSI fans, I really suggest y'all to like open your eyes and see what's going on. Jake Paul at this point is better than KSI, whether you like to believe it or not. A lot of people are talking on this conversation, and they are saying that Jake is better than JJ. This is not even about liking which one better as a YouTuber. This is not even liking which one better as a human being. If you want KSI to win, just say you want him to win, but saying he's better just because you like him is pretty pretty stupid. We're being honest, we're talking facts, and with facts, with the fights, with the past fights and the past facts, Jake is a better boxer. Even Kavos has admitted to this, that Jake Paul is better than KSI.
Jake Paul runs through every YouTuber, in my opinion. I don't think anyone can beat Jake Paul, any YouTuber. KSI probably does need a few warm-up fights.
At boxing, we're not talking YouTube. I don't even want to get started with that conversation, but we're not talking YouTube, we're talking boxing. We're not talking who makes funnier Reddit videos. We're talking boxing. We're talking about what's happened before. We're not talking music, we're again talking boxing. So I'm sorry if I offended KSI fanboys, but you guys got to understand that at this point, if you're gonna ask a person without any bias who's gonna win Jake Paul versus KSI, I and even them are gonna say Jake Paul's gonna win. Because have you guys seen his work ethic? Have you guys seen the way he works out? I've seen most of the training camps. I've seen a lot of his workout videos, and they're actually crazy. Like the way he boxes, he spends so much time in camps, and then he does cold water plunge. He keeps doing the switches, and it takes a lot of effort. Like a lot of you guys are gonna say, so what, a lot of people do it. Yeah, but a lot of people do it, facts, but a lot of people don't do it for such a long time. They try it out. A lot of YouTubers have also tried it out, but they don't do it as a regular training, which it gets really hard when you're doing that. They don't eat right forever. They don't stay sober for so long. I don't think most of you guys know, but Jake Paul's been sober for quite a while. Eating healthy and eating right is really hard. When you go out, you're obviously gonna want to eat a bunch of crap, but to be controlled and to sustain and not want to eat crap is like really hard. But when somebody is doing all of that, when somebody is literally proving by fighting a real boxer, Tommy Fury is a real boxer, how are you gonna come out and say that he's not a real boxer, but KSI, who's fighting Pineda and other YouTubers, are real boxers? What are you guys on? Like, but anyway, comment down below who wants to see the Jake Paul versus KSI fight, because the only way we're gonna figure out who's a better boxer whenever the fight takes place is if both of them fight. Apparently, according to KSI, Jake Paul's dodging. According to Jake Paul, KSI is dodging. So basically, yeah, comment down below and like the video if you do want to see the KSI versus Jake Paul fight, because I really want to see it, because there's no way to be 100% sure who's better at boxing unless we watch the fight. So I think the only thing to do is get them to fight and request them as fans. They basically need to be giving the people what they want. Like, we really want to see them fight, and apparently both of them are dodging. So let's get that fight to happen, because I don't think there's anybody else I'd rather watch fighting right now apart from Jake Paul versus KSI. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry if I've offended any of you guys. I'm just talking from what I've seen. Like, a lot of comments are hating on Jake Paul for not being a real fighter, for not boxing boxers and boxing MMA people, and a lot of people saying KSI is very good and better than Jake Paul, and this just had to be addressed for some reason. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you'll enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.